Hello, I'm Mike. In most larger companies, we see their organization hierarchy structure mixed with solid and dot reporting lines. Such as in a sales organization, beside sales heads and sales manager, there are also the financial controller heads, pricing managers, and HR heads, etc. Some of them have the same sales info visibility as the corresponding frontline sales management team. For example, financial heads and financial controllers, they should have the same even more info visibility about sales cost and profit as the same level sales heads and sales managers. For such demands, we need to have the corresponding Power BI security control. In this video, I shall share an extended Power BI row-level security and column-level security setup for a mixed solid report line and dot report line organization hierarchy based on my previous video. Before the demonstration of creation, let me have a short brief about the creation concept with its logic steps. We first convert the mixed report line hierarchy into a consolidated table which has a one-to-one mapping between the solid line manager and the dot line manager by manager ID. It is also the employee ID. Then add manager name and email address in table as well. The key step of the approach is applying tax function, lookup value, and pathcontains, etc to transfer the parent-child lineage path from solid line manager to dot line manager by replacing solid line manager ID with dot line manager ID for all list sales employees. Based on the transferred lineage path and dot line manager ID, we can create the row-level security field index, which is used for new row table field DAX expression. Last step is creating new row .line manager group and place the created field DAX expression in corresponding table field DAX expression field. Publish desktop file to service side. Assign related users to the user roles and dataset level and workspace access level. Now let's get started the creation demonstrations. Step 1 is to generate the mapping table between solid report line managers and dot report line managers in Power BI desktop file. In Data View, on the Home tab, click the Enter Data, name the tables as a solid line versus dot line mapping table, then register the solid line manager ID, name, dot line manager ID, name, and email address. Please load button, we have the mapping table created. Step 2 is create the table DAX field expression by transferring the parent-child lineage from the solid line hierarchy to the dot line hierarchy at manager level. In Data View, on right side panel, choose Employee Hierarchy Table. We need to bring the dot line manager ID by adding a new column to the table by using Lookupvalue DAX function. In top ribbon, choose Table Tools tab, then click the new column icon. In DAX formula bar, enter dot line manager ID equal to lookup value. Inside bracket, enter the looked dot line manager ID from solid line versus dot line mapping table by mapping solid line manager ID from solid line versus dot line mapping table against the manager ID of the current table. We have the mapped dot line manager ID list in the new column. For later table field DAX expression creation, we need to find the dot line manager ID for the top empty row, which should be the same level solid line manager's employee ID. Thus, we apply if function to check if any empty row in the manager ID column. We look up the dot line manager ID from the table solid line with dot line mapping table by mapping solid line manager ID from solid line with dot line mapping table against the employee ID of the current table. Otherwise, keep the previous formulated DAX expression for .NIME Manager ID. We have the .NIME Manager ID in table. With them, by using lookup value, we can bring the .NIME Manager email address into the current table from the solid line with .NIME mapping table. Now in the table, we need to create the .NIME linear hierarchy path column for all sales employees. My way for generating the hierarchy path is replace each solid line manager ID of column hierarchy path by the corresponding .NIME manager ID. To realize the idea, we look up the .NIME manager ID from a table solid line with .NIME mapping table as before, but this time against the identify solid line ID from the current table, while DAX text function MID from the column hierarchy path. If now identified solid line manager ID by MID function, we leave it as blank. In my example, we have the three tiers. We need to copy and paste the DAX expressions 2 more times. By this phase with the .NIME lineage hierarchy path column, we are able to create the column .NIME low-level security field indexed by Pathcontains DAX function, which enables us to judge if the look.NIME email address by .NIME manager ID is contained in the corresponding .NIME hierarchy path or not. In the DAX formula, we first use the lookup value to identify .NIME manager email address by .NIME manager ID. Then place it into the Pathcontains function to judge it by column .NIME hierarchy path. This field index info will be used in security role creation. Copy the DAX expression and paste it to the notepad for later use. Step 3 is create the new role .NIME manager group. In report view, choose modeling tab, click manage roles, create a new role and name it as a .NIME manager group. In tables list, choose employee hierarchy table. In the field of table field DAX expression, paste the previous copied DAX expression of column .NIME RLS field index. Replace the static .NIME manager email address by user principal name. Please save. Now we have extended low-level security and column-level security for .NIME managers. Let's have a quick test. Click View as Pick in .NIME manager group and other user. Enter the FC_AA email at test.com into other user field. By the view of manager FCC_AA, we can see all employee info. Stop the view and enter the .NIME manager email address of fc_bb email at test.com. By the view of the .NIME manager FCC_bb, we can see the sales and cost profit info of BB, DD, and EE. We may do some additional cross-user group test. Enter solid line manager BB into the .NIME manager group. He cannot see anything. Thus, the .NIME manager group is only limited to .NIME management. After the testing, please do not forget to publish the file to service side and assign users to the new role and dataset level and workspace. For the details, please refer to suggested my previous video in my channel. Thanks for your watching, and please let me know your comments or if you have other alternative solutions for the business scenario. If you like watch more video from my channel, please press subscribe button in below. See you in next video.